Has anyone ever informed you that your web browser or applications probably carry security vulnerabilities that only cybercriminals secretly know? Well, grab your shield as we learn a new field. Apologies for giving you a spook, but the reality is that oftentimes web browsers and applications carry vulnerabilities such as missing data encryption or authorizations that cybercriminals find out before the software's own developers do. These attacks are called ZeroDay because these developers have absolutely 0 days to develop a fix and get it out to users, because at the time of realization, cybercriminals are already exploiting them to inject malware into the systems of many businesses. This happens more often than you may think, as zero-day malware accounted for over 50% of all malware blocked between July through September of 2020, an increase of 14% of that timeframe's previous year. And not to mention that there's a whole black market dedicated to cybercriminals paying huge amounts of money for zero-day vulnerabilities. Stay with us as Guardian Digital will present you and your coworkers guidance on stopping software vulnerabilities from potentially inviting in a cyber attack, as these are the top tips to protect against zero-day attacks. Since the large majority of cyber attacks, including zero-day, originate via email, you must invest in an advanced email security solution. If traditional email security solutions had one weakness, it would be zero-day attacks, because they normally only block cyber threats that are already identified in their static lists. And with zero-day attacks being completely new and undiscovered, regular email security solutions would not be able to stop them. To prevent zero-day attacks from being successful, the email security solution needs to have auto-learning heuristic capabilities to identify and blacklist new threats permanently for the future by identifying the common patterns of a cyber threat and finding those traits in the new threats. Guardian Digital OnGuard Cloud Email Security falls under this category, as it uses heuristic analysis to identify characteristics of spam emails to identify new threats, and it is proactive to learn and adapt to them with the help of its open source architecture. Not only is acquiring the proper technology important, but educating your coworkers on practices to prevent cyber attacks is essential as well. Most cyber attacks, including zero-day, cannot cause harm to your company unless they deceive someone with a phishing email containing malware, but sadly, there are many people that open attachments or links to these emails without thinking twice. This is so problematic that 88% of all corporate data breaches are caused by human error, despite having existing protection. For this reason, you must educate your coworkers on the dangers of phishing emails and have them get into the routine of checking the legitimacy of every email. Have them check the spelling and punctuation of their addresses, look at the grammar in their bodies, make sure their domains are not different from the emails they claim to be, and look through their message details to see if their return path addresses are the same as the addresses given. For additional security, consider implementing a web application firewall. A web application firewall functions as a shield between your web application and the internet by intercepting HTTP or Hypertext Transfer Protocol requests to allow web pages that are safe and to block malicious web pages through a set of rules it contains. Web application firewalls are really useful in blocking malicious attacks like SQL or structured query language injections that inject malicious codes into your web application through links to malicious websites that exploit zero-day vulnerabilities. To install a security solution in a different part of your computer system, deploy Network Access Control. Network Access Control has the responsibility for blocking out any unauthorized devices from being able to reach your corporate network to give your company the control of which ones to specifically give access to. With the increase of virtual employment in the modern era, this is more important than ever, as numerous non-corporate devices from employees at home are required to have network access, so it is easier for unauthorized devices to reach corporate networks without being detected. Having network access control will prevent cybercriminals from retrieving sensitive information, as it will identify that the cybercriminals are using devices that are unfamiliar to the software's access list. Finally, to top off your security plan to stop the treacherous zero-day attack, install a VPN or virtual private network. VPNs secure all network traffic to make the communication process between two endpoint devices much safer. It does this by encrypting all data an endpoint user sends over into a secret code that could only be decrypted for authorized users to grant more privacy. VPNs also grant protection on the receiving end of this communication process by authenticating that all data being received is from a trusted sender and not a cybercriminal. Thank you for watching this video. Hopefully your new knowledge has built you a stronger shield. It was a pleasure of speaking with you. And as always, stay safe.